Well, hello. I'm back, as promised or hinted at, anyhow. We're on Brock Sampson today, another member of the Venture Brothers family and a member of the corporation. That's the Venture Industries. Uh, Company's doing pretty good. I've got most of my trucks set to 50%, so anything that gets delivered with them, 50% goes to the company, 50% goes to the driver. It's working great. Brock's got some money. I've tried a couple techniques and I was going to share one of them with you. So this is where Brock got his money, anyhow, is from doing this technique, which I learned from watching a Mr. Bugs. I got a hint at it from watching a Mr. Bugs video. What he did basically is he took two Dabos over to a farm over in Gapa, and he organized it so the beds were down like this. And as you can see, when you are using this sucker to carry pallets, it only generally carries one, maybe two pallets. If it's a small pallet, you can carry two. In the case of the toy pallets, you can only carry one at a time. So this is going to be a trip to Ara. Grab that one pallet. Often there's three sitting there, but they'll generate more in a minute. Actually, let me just make sure the stock on this. Make sure there's enough we can do this. Yeah, there's 56 pallets, so we will generate what we need. So anyhow, as you can see, you got a pallet sitting on there, and you can actually, I'm gonna make it move with the brakes here. Maybe there we go. I had an emergency brake to get it to slide, but yeah, they slide around, and you can even shove them around a little bit if it'll cooperate. There we go. See. Problem is it's very hard to shove them straight, but anyhow, his technique was to park another Dabo next to this one and then slide the second pallet onto a Dabo that already had one pallet, and I guess hope it doesn't all fall to the ground. I've had very little luck with that, so I think I found a better way, and that's what I'm going to show you today. Here we go. It requires a bit more logistics than your usual cargo job, multiple vehicles, but it definitely takes advantage of this small vehicle pay bonus system that I am a big fan of. So the idea is just start grabbing pallets and dump them on the ground for the moment. Get another one hopefully here, and we can get busy. All right, there we go. Got two here. Great. Go dump both of these. Perfect. Yeah, I've had a little practice at this. Last one here. Boom. Ara. There you are. Where are ya? Where are ya, Ara? Yeah, this is a pretty beefed up Dabo here. I put a little money into it. Whoops. Not quite. There we go. Join your brothers. Alright, so I'm just going to park this here for a sec, and let's get the next piece of the puzzle, which, as you might guess, is another Dabo. I've got several Dabos in the corporation ready to go, and they're not too beefed up. They're only 150 horsepower motors, a little bit of beefing on the suspensions. And I'll just stick this one in place to get the next pallet that comes available. Anything currently? Nope, not yet. And get that ready. Pardon me. Another reason I really like this technique is it's actually active. You're not just sitting at the loading dock waiting for these things to spawn. So I'm going to start simple. Assuming that you don't have a lot of money, you're just getting started. You can borrow one of these if you need to, but they're pretty cheap to buy. I think 30,000. Few pallet runs and you can afford to buy one of these. So ideally I would have left, and I should have thought of it, I should have left the other pallet on the last pallet I should have left on the Dabo. Hold still there. Get out. Yeah, we're just going to hook this up to the pallet. Attach. Grab the controller. Winch it up. Pull it up kind of tight, but not super tight. found that if you pull them too tight, they kind of wig out, make the tow truck explode. Be a little bit careful. And then we're just going to put it on there. Gently, gently, gently. Actually, it's facing the wrong way. I'd rather have the logos facing forward. So let's go do it from the back. Pallets aren't exactly square, so it helps to line them up better on the Dabo if they're oriented the other way. Kind of in a position there. Still have the controller in my hand. It's giving it some slack. Pulling forward a little bit. Hop out and cut it. Alright, let's create another pallet. Oops, I'm going to drop the winch controller. There we go. Alright, let's see. I want that one to shove in from the side. Actually, I'm going to use this one to shove that one forward, so I want to grab it from the logo side. Yank her up. See if I can also straighten that other one out a little bit. Freaking beautiful. A little more. There we go. Beauty. Oh my gosh. Back up a little bit. Drop it, leave some slack, pull forward a little bit. And that's how it goes. Kind of lather, rinse, repeat. Except at this point, drop the winch controller. I'm going to strap those two down. I ain't going nowhere. Alright, just for the hell of it, let's go check the other Dabo. Alright, there's another one. Oh, I gotta get in the truck. Duh. Load it up. So yeah, I dig this. It's actually playing. Running back and forth, switching trucks. Keeping the brain active. So we got two more, perfect. And this time I'm going to grab it by the non-logo side, actually. These are going to go in sideways. Come on. My controller has a little hard time getting into reverse sometimes. I said by the non-controller. Gah. I thought they were both faced the same way. That's the one I want. Missed it. There we go. Got it. might unstrap that other one. See how, yeah, I think that can go over a little more. Cargo strap, unstrap it, drop the cargo strap, pick up the winch controller. That's okay. I'd like to shove it a little bit more, but I think that's going to have to do it. Alright, get out, cut the cable, drop the winch controller, pick up the cargo strap. Alright, same thing, I'm going to want that one unstrapped, so do it while I got it in my hand. And grab it from the non-logo side. Alright. Always feels like I'm just guessing the actual position when I set it like that. Looks like I got it pretty centered. It does actually make a difference. If you hook it way off center, it will definitely lift the box differently. You can even pull it from the bottom edge if you need to reposition it on the truck, which I'll demonstrate here in a sec. I think I can do it, because I do want those two forward, or that one forward. Right on, that helped. Happy little helpful bounce. Let's see. How's this look? Yeah, definitely want that rear one on the far side forward. Work smart, not hard. Why shove something around by hand when you can do it by hook? Oh, and we're holding something. There we go. Now this kind of situation I need to do in first person here. So I want to grab it from the front, bottom-ish. Wait a minute, where's the hook? Yeah, probably about here. Winch controller. Back out to I can see stuff view. Let's see if we can finesse that forward a little bit. Beauty. That's what I'm talking about. Drop that, grab a cargo strap, hook it, let that down, grab the hook. Oops, I think I want to pull from the other side. Let me drop that. Oops. There we go. Sometimes I'm too lazy to run around the truck. I just X myself into that side and then hit X again real quick, and it pops you into the driver's seat. Alright, same thing, I want to kind of grab it from that front corner and pull it forward. Which means probably too much to the side there. Line the hook up with the direction I want to pull it. should just cram right in. Whoops. Yeah, crammed right in there. Good enough. Maybe didn't even need to do that. Drop the controller. Cargo strap. Boom. Alright, well, I think that's as much as you can put on with a dory, but there is one other trick that might let us get us a fifth one on here. What am I holding? Oh, my cargo strap. Drive. Let's see what the height looks like. That ramp right there might sink the Dabo enough that we can use the dory wrecker to get a fifth one on top. That's the hope anyways. If not, I have a backup plan. Alright. What do you think? Got a chance? I don't know. Good, there's 3. Go dump all those first. Oops, grabbed the wrong one. Off with you. Hope those toys aren't fragile. Oh, hell. Why is it so hard to spot stuff in this list? I think it's the font, personally, or my old eyes. One of the two. Now, I'm going to leave this one on the Dabo. We're going to need this Dabo. Oops, I need it out of the way. Alright. Turn off the motor. Let's see if the dory is able to get a 5th pallet on board. Oops, damn it. Jumped ahead. Winch controller. Since it's going on top, I don't really care which way it's facing. In fact, I might even have to put it on its side. We'll see. There may be no chance whatsoever. Dumpster wasn't there, that would be helpful. What do you think? Oh, I might have to ram it, but I think we can do it. You know what? Let's try one attempt at ramming. It's probably gonna push the Dabo back, but oh, check that out. Some slack. Nope. Not. Alright, plan B. Let's try. Oops. Other way. I'm going to try to put it over on its side. There we go. That's dynamite. Already holding something. I really wish it didn't do that. Let's try. Yeah, let's try that. thinking if I had the pallet side facing my truck, it might work better. Let's see. I don't know about this. Nope. Alright, plan B. So anyhow, if you cannot use this plan B, you can put 4 pallets on a dory, or a Dabo rather, and that's pretty good money. That's 20 grand each. Let's see, what is it actually? Cargo manual will show that they are, yeah, about a little over 20 grand each. That's 80,000 just for that one delivery. I mean, you can make serious bank just taking one Dabo at a time doing this. Implying that we're not going to do just one Dabo at a time. So let's get the rest of the equipment out. This one is no longer useful. Plan B, polio. Polio doesn't require too high of level. Let's take a look at the Motorpedia here. P-U-L, polio. Yeah, you just need to be driver level 10. You don't even need tow truck levels to buy this thing. So it's pretty accessible. You know, by the time you're able to do contracts to make this whole system worth doing, because we're doing this to get contracts, you can easily get yourself a polio. They cost $90,000 each. So you have to do a little bit of work, but you know, it's a day's worth of work to get everything you need to get this system hooked up. At least that was my experience with Brock here. Alright. See, polio's got a significantly, well, relatively higher boom, so makes this part possible. Brutus would be ideal, because it has a boom that raises up and extends, and you can just stick it wherever you want it, essentially. This requires a little more finagling. Uh-oh. What's going on here? Didn't do this the other day. Okay, I'm going back into the loading ramp. Oh, I think I put them on sideways when I did it without the ramp the other day, that's why. Boom. Perfect. I really like the polio. I wish there was more versions of it. Flatbeds, boxes, rollbacks. Go as far as it's going to go. Easily on there. Take this out of here. Oops, got myself stuck on the edge. Not a problem. We have a tow truck sitting right there. I better strap that box down in case I jerk it around or anything. There we go. Now it ain't going nowhere. That's probably enough right there. Oh yeah. Driving out on its own. Guess who left their truck in gear? get this in position so we can tug that over to the side a little bit, into the center of the truck rather. Lift it from a little higher to make sure it lifts it up over the pallets a little bit. There we go, a little bit. That's that. That's probably fine. Cargo strap, whoops. Cargo strap. All right, and that's essentially it. That's how to get 5 very large pallets onto one very small truck. So there's one more piece of the puzzle. Well, actually 2. Let's go to, oops, I got myself a Titan. It's just like my favorite large truck. Just never have issues with it. Atlas's burn brakes. Company, I've got a Lomax. See where I'm going with this? Yeah, all the way to Era. Get up. Landing gear. Ah, lovely rain. Room. I'll leave room for my ramps. I've upgraded this Lomax so it's got the front ramps and the cargo bed extension. Alright, so you can drive all the way up there. Love these little trucks. Love, love, love. Boom, first truck loaded. So I'm gonna load 2 more and get them onto here, and then we'll take them to Ara. You don't need to sit through that whole process again, but essentially I'm just gonna repeat that 2 more times, and we should be making old buco bucks. All right, see you in a little bit. All right, I'm back. I've got 3 loaded, and it looked to me like I had a little more room in the back, so I went for a 4th. So I'm just putting the last box on, and of course I used the polio for this entire rest of this operation because, you know, it's a better truck. So yeah, things went pretty quick. Still, it's not an instantaneous process by any means. It takes a bit of time to do this. But I really enjoy it. Again, it's just more active. I'm constantly moving. I'm constantly doing something. It's actually playing. I find sitting at the loading dock and just waiting for things to spawn to load them onto a giant flatbed to be extremely boring. Oh, look at that. Almost got it shoved into the middle. Nice job. That sound is me releasing the slack again on the winch cable. Just so I don't jerk it off by accident. Get out of the truck. Cut the cable. drop the winch controller, and as soon as the cargo strap lets me to work, it's doing it. And I don't even think I need to adjust that. I've been pulling this little Dabo out and having to yank the container over towards us here a little bit to center it, but that's close enough. Get rid of the winch control, or the cargo strap. Ah! Brain, fingers, none of it's working right. I mean, I get it. It's really convenient to put all the controls really right next to each other, but it's also really inconvenient because you end up hitting the wrong button all the time. So, I don't know what the answer is. I could obviously map my own controls and avoid that, but I'm so used to this pain in the butt right now that I'm afraid to change it because I'll mess myself up. Anyhow, turn the motor off, jump out. Of course, all these have their wheels strapped down. See, the one button is right next to two. I actually got the flashlight instead of the cargo strap. I'll only be able to strap the front wheels. Yeah, that kind of shit happens all the time in this game. So that's it. I was not able to strap one of the wheels on this one, I think. Where was it? I think it's on the other side. Just got it. Not that way. So yeah, this wheel here I wasn't able to strap. Try it again. You never know. Nope. I bet I could probably yank it over a bit with the tow truck and get it to work, but we'll leave it. It'll be fine. Just got to put the ramps up as much as possible. And A and W. Whoops. W and A. And I think that's about it. Maybe I'll put that up. Alright, well, we're got a really long trailer, but it's going to be a really profitable one. Put the tool away. Always put your tools away. Make sure they're clean and dry. Alright. Man, that is a trailer full of money. So each of those boxes were 20 grand. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Are these things trying to explode? That's probably the ramp. Let's get that. Oh, they're still jerking around a little bit. I'm going to unstrap that. Maybe move it back a slight bit. See if I can still strap it there. Yes. And yes. All right, we're still wiggling around. Looks pretty stable. All right, let's go for it. Probably throw a little fuel in here. Make sure we're all set. Whoops, watch that tail. Sorry, gentlemen. Young feller. Ah, it's heavy. Get it on the road and throw it into autopilot so that I can pick up my calculator and try to roughly calculate what this is going to get us. Alright, autopilot on. I have a calculator in my hand. Well, I'm opening up my phone first. Let's see. Our cargo is... Oh, that's right, I can't even see the cargo here because they're in the Dabos. Anyhow, it's 20,000 per box. We have 5, 10, 15, 20 boxes. 20 times 20, 1, 2, 3. That's 400,000 just for the boxes. But we're also going to get town bonuses, and we're going to get contracts. I believe a 5 crate contract down there pays an additional 20,000 each. So that'll be another 80,000. So 408. This is almost $500,000. Probably will be $500,000 by the time we get done with town bonuses and stuff. Yeah, there's not a lot of jobs in this game that pay $500,000 a crack. This is one of them. Now I'm also thinking that it is technically possible to get 2 Dabos wide on the back of the Lomax. It might be possible to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trucks on this, maybe even 6 or 7. You can get 2 across on the very back. You could potentially get 7 trucks on here, but not with the toy pallets. They're too wide. You would need to use the cheese pallets probably. They would be the best paying pallets besides the meat pallet, or besides the toy pallets here. These are by far the highest paying pallets because they take up so much room. A lot of vehicles that can carry 2 pallets can only carry 1 of these, so it makes them single item paying on a Dabo. So yeah, this is a ton of money. So anyhow, I feel like Shaw Paul music is coming on here in a second, so I'm going to leave it in external view so we can get some views of the game. I usually make you watch from this view, which I think looks great. I love it in Shaw Paul, you know, in the fast music, because it's zipping back and forth. But I'm going to try it this way this time. All right, here we go. back. And the rain. Sorry about the rain noise. Bad timing. So, to recap, just raced over from Goujois with the toy boxes. We got 20 on board, 5 for Dabo, so that's a 5 contract for every truck. If memory serves, that's either 17,000 or 20,000 or something like that for each contract. We'll find out in a minute. I'm going to hop into the cab and take over for the autopilot. I went on autopilot the whole way so that I could mess around with the views a little bit while driving. And because I wanted to get up and get a cup of coffee, take the dogs out, that sort of thing. So, we're close to destination, about to get a big cha-ching. So yeah, you only have to be level 10 to use a polio, so if you want to get 5 boxes for Dabo, you need to be at least probably level 10. Well, you might be able to sneak it in with a door. You might be able to lower the suspension on the Dabo or something like that and get you a couple more inches to shove a box on top with the door erector. Because once you get it on top, you can always reposition it from the other side. I mean, this is potentially a decent low-level hack here. You can make a lot of money. You just need to buy cheap Dabos. Don't really need to upgrade them. I did because I had the money. Each of mine have 150 horsepower motors and a little bit of suspension upgrades. But you don't need it. The stock Dabo will work just fine. Now we just gotta unpack everything here. Unstrap all the wheels. That one's not. I could have repositioned it so that I could have strapped that wheel, but as you can see, it wasn't necessary. This one only has 2 wheels in it, made it just fine. Only 2 wheels strapped. Did just fine. Oh man, I can smell the money right now. Can't you? Oh, thank you. I hate that rain sound. Okay, a lot of cargo straps. Drive the Dabos off. Dabo. Down a bit. Go. Drive. There we go. I'm not sure if the Dabo body was damaged before the trip or not, but shows completely damaged there. Could have been from bouncing around, from hitting the bumper on the other one before I moved it. I'm not sure. Probably it was damaged before. Whatever. Damage costs will be negligible compared to what we're making here. Alright, so how much is a Toy Pallet 5 get us? 20 grand. Yeah, beautiful. Actually 16 grand because we're paying 4 for it. And actually, remember, I'm in a corporation, so technically it's the corporation paying for it. You can see we just got charged 4 grand from Brock. We can afford these contracts because, let's see, I'm pretty sure this truck is set to 50% owner share. Yeah. Oh, and here's those. You can also change that on the fly if you want to make a little more personal money. I don't even own the truck. It's Dean Venture's truck that he put it in the corporation. But as long as you're a corporation manager, you can change that. So anyhow, boom. How much is each truck worth? Plus 16 grand. I need the calculator again. Really should have had it open. Dummy. I knew this was coming up. So 59 plus 75 grand per truck times 4, 300,000. Is that right? Oh, well that's I forgot. That's just my share. There's the owner share too, so forgive me. Pallet of toys, 93,000 plus 17. 93 plus 17 equals 110,000 per Dabo. I think. Post contract bonus. We'll do the math later, okay? Maybe I'll post it on the screen. But as you can see, it's ridiculous. Ton of money. I'm just gonna despawn stuff as we go. Okay, note to self, grab the next contract before you drive away from the spot this time. So I don't have to jump out. I always play safe and park way back. There is a radius in which you can get close enough to it without actually touching that will take a pallet or product off of your truck, so I just stay well away. Pallet toys 5, select. Money. Now grab the next contract. That's a little more efficient. Bada boom, bada bing. I mean, you have to admit this is kind of brilliant, right? Big brain. Maximizing the minimums. Literally. Tiny little truck making huge money. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That was even more than the first one. Pallet prices vary slightly. Oh, I forgot to grab the contract. Ah. One. All right. There we go. Oh, wait a minute. Did I grab the contract? I think I did, but it just doesn't hurt to look. Cost me 20 grand not to. Yeah, I got it. There we go. So Brock had in his personal wallet 129,407 gold pieces before this. Now sitting at 515,192. And you can do the math on that. Bottom line, it was totally worth it. And again, I just like the process of loading up all the trucks, and it's just far funner than just sitting at a loading dock waiting for things to spawn and then getting minimal money for it when you finally get to destination. Seriously, if a truck this size had carried that many pallets, it would have gotten something like 500 gold pieces per pallet instead of 20,000 gold pieces per pallet. Little trucks rule, big trucks drool, and waste a ton of gas for... Oop, Lomax, despawn. XZ to spawn. All right. Well, there you go. That's pretty much all I wanted to show you today. No other work to do at this time. Just made a crap ton of money. Again, it's a bit of process. You got to be a little patient. The whole XZ 1 and 2 buttons, all that stuff can get a little frustrating. But anyhow, that's my video for today. How to make a crap ton of money with tiny Dabos. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.